Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I wasn't asked why I'm convinced. Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At InChain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live at 5. I love it when I manage to get everything together and everything works fine. It looks like we're in the green. Frames per second look all right. Dropped frames, CPU looking good, and we are on time, rocking and rolling. Right, so for any of you newbies watching my show for the first time, welcome. The reason we broadcast on Twitch is because YouTube have already taken down 2 of my channels. Then they were preventing me from editing my shows. Then they were deleting episodes, and I was like, this is absolutely insane. So now we broadcast live on Twitch, live at 5 every day from wherever I am in the world. I try and give as many people as I can the opportunity to catch the show live, because what we do is we broadcast live so you can watch it for free. Then I upload the trailer onto YouTube and then upload the full episode onto Streamanity, where you can set your own fee according to how you judge the quality of your content. JP in the house already. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Check this out. Got my new logo in the top left hand corner of this image here. Lovely jubbly. Bitcoin SV genuine Bitcoin. Just in case anybody wasn't sure or didn't know. Because there are going to be so many people, literally so many people tuning into this channel so soon. And to be honest with you, I mean, you know, like following me, I'm kind of like back when BSV first when it changed its ticker symbol, when Bitcoin changed the ticker symbol to BSV, you know, again I had like loads of shitcoiners, you know, following me, basically sort of like negging on all my posts. I was like delete, block, and that's why I said shitcoiners get blocked. That's it, no exception. So again, just quickly, just going to let other people explain what we're looking at here. Give me 2 seconds, let me just find it. Got some videos set up. Here we go on my show videos. So just going to have a listen to these briefly to remind ourselves what Bitcoin is. Here we go. We're just going to let Michael Saylor explain to you what Bitcoin is when it is BSV, the genuine Bitcoin. And listen to how excited he gets. Here we go, if this plays.
I like Bitcoin the way it is. In fact, I love Bitcoin the way it is. And the way it's currently constructed, it is possible to put all $250 trillion of monetary energy in big blocks of encrypted energy on the blockchain. Maybe the Bitcoin will be $1 million. You can probably calculate $10 million of Bitcoin or something. Big blocks, $100 million chunks on the blockchain. It'll store all the monetary energy in the world, and it should store it for the next 100 years without losing any of it.
There we go. That was Michael Saylor explaining Bitcoin. But that was Bitcoin prior to SegWit, and he just doesn't know yet. And the reason he doesn't know is because he clearly hasn't done his research. And if you don't believe me that that was prior to SegWit, and SegWit caused Blockstream to control it, have a listen to what Samson Mow said in his interview with Simon Dictwit and Max Kaiser about controlling Bitcoin. Here we go.
Bitcoin was created by the central bankers that enslave you today. It is their scapegoat.
How do you answer those, Max and Stacey?
I think the evidence is clear that they do not control it. There's 10 years, almost 11 years now of track record.
Yeah,
Blockstream controls it.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Who does?
Blockstream.
Boom! There we go. Thank you, Samson. Made my job a lot easier now. I don't even have to explain it because you said it. You heard it right from the horse's mouth. So if money has a central point of authority or control, it is not a commodity. It basically turns into a security because it has its value secured by that single central entity that controls it. That single central entity can do anything they want. They can prevent it from scaling. They can increase fees. They can change the narrative. They can tell you it's digital gold. They can do whatever they want. You know, it's absolute bollocks. But what they can't use is the word Bitcoin, which is why Bitcoin.org very swiftly took the white paper down from their website the moment Satoshi Nakamoto, aka Craig Wright, executed his copyrights. He's like, look, I do not want you hosting my work anymore. And they were like, oh, yep, we know it's you. Better take that down. But they didn't explain that to anyone else. They were just like, oh, yeah, we'll just take it down. Yeah, you guys fight him in court. They know, as we do very well. But, you know, I mean, other people who know that are just absolute douchebags are Roger Ver and his buddies. Because what they don't understand is that if you control Bitcoin, it is fundamentally worthless. And the way you control it is by anonymizing it. And so it just means that those who have created anonymity within the system control the system. They have complete autonomy. And if you don't believe me that BCH is utterly worthless, listen to how excited Roger Ver gets when he indirectly explains that it's fundamentally worthless. Here we go.
I have a question here from Satoshi, defender of Bitcoin. He said, if a cryptocurrency is anonymous like BCH, I don't think BCH is anonymous, but maybe there is something.
Check out cashfusion.com and you combine that with reusable payment codes and you get Bitcoin Cash in the same sort of ballpark of privacy as Monero. It's really awesome. So you can check out Cashfusion. And I always get it wrong. I think it's .com, but it might be .org. So you can check both. Cashfusion.com.
Thank you, Roger. I won't bother. You've just done my job for me and basically indirectly told everybody that Bcrash is worth absolutely nothing. And if you wonder why I call it Bcrash, it's because that's what Roger calls it himself. All right, have a listen to this. Here we go.
Just go use your Visa card. And we're going to really spread Bitcoin Crash across the entire country here in Antigua.
Good luck with that, Roger. Right, let's have a quick look at the coin crap market. Well, as in like in terms of its value. Let's just bring this up. But let's just remind ourselves, what is it that shitcoiners say?
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Stay away from people like that. Now you will see that they are all listed as securities, which is why they are shit coins. Shitcoins are securities, and although it pains me to say this, you will see that I have actually not got a pile of shit under the coin type of Litecoin, because Litecoin is actually a commodity. But because Charlie Lee created it, and he knew it was a piece of shit, he exit scammed the shit out of it. So let's have a listen to what Charlie Lee said in his interview when he was asked about his creation of Litecoin. Here we go.
You created Litecoin, right? So this has to be something like you're incredibly passionate about. Yeah, as most of you probably know, I kind of created it just for fun, right? Didn't really expect it to become anything.
No, I don't think we did, Charlie, but we do now. Thank you for that, even though it's a little bit late because you've already exit scammed the shit out of it. So that was Charlie Lee talking about his creation. No, I didn't really expect it to become anything. Now let's have a listen to Satoshi Nakamoto describing his expectations for his creation. Here we go.
At the end of the day, we own a lot of Bitcoin. The simple thing is, if we make the network scale, if we make it bigger, my main compensation, more than anything anyone could ever pay me, is the price of Bitcoin goes up. So that's my pure drive. I want Bitcoin not to go up to 10,000 or 100,000. I want it to be worth millions per Bitcoin. That's it. And that's what we spend money for. Very simple.
There we go. That's it. That's what we spend money for. Very simple. And as we heard in the introduction, indirectly, like with a market cap of $29 trillion, which gives Bitcoin a value of $4 million each, is too small. And the clue in the introduction was all derivatives. The derivatives market is estimated to be between $800 trillion and $1 quadrillion, which gives Bitcoin, a single Bitcoin, a valuation of $40 million plus. And it doesn't stop because it just keeps on getting divided. It can be divided by 16 or more decimal places depending what is required. It's absolutely massive, absolutely massive. But let's have a quick look at the figures then. I've not seen these today, you know, I've been looking at the gossip and all that. Let's have a quick look at this. My computer's been working a little bit slow. Here we go. Oh, number go up. What's this? Oh no. I've got some money coming. I need number go down. I get better value for money. But look at this. So again, I'm not interested in these shit coins one little bit. But we've got Bitcoin with 0.3% of the hash rate, 2.2% of the nodes, transactions 35.5, block size 48.3. We'll just play spot the biggest block on Bcrash for lol. So I can see a 2.1 megabyte block. Oh, a 7.3. That's huge for Bcrash because they're an absolute piece of shit. Yeah, just did on a massive promotional pump is what they're on. But that's the I think they were celebrating the other day, saying a 6 megabyte block was the biggest block they'd ever had in the network. So this might be a new record for them. A 7.3. 7.3. I mean, here in Bitcoin, we're in the we've mined a 369 megabyte block, and they're cheering about a 7. Honestly, different expectations, like completely different expectations. And Michael Saylor, if you're watching my videos, I know you will one day, you'll see that your precious core coin here has got a 1 megabyte restriction, leaving the size of 1.3 megabytes. I've got a 1.4, no, 1.5. Are they going to get over that? Yeah, that 1.5, 1.59, oh, almost a 1.6, but not quite. Absolutely pathetic. Meanwhile, let's play spot the biggest block on Bitcoin. Look at that, a 19 megabyte block by Tal. And then another 13 megabyte block. Then another 9. Oh, big blocks coming in here by Tal. I mean, oh, look, a 22 megabyte again from Tal. I mean, Tal absolutely macking it. You know, they are really going to be the miners stroke payment processors to beat, because when big block starts coming in, they're the ones that are going to be taking them off all these miners. These are the shitcoin enterprise miners are going to have to really up their game, in order to create blocks that can handle huge volumes of transactions, because they just won't be able to get them otherwise. Let's go through the graphs then. We got hash rate again. Hash rate follows price, which follows value, which follows utility. Once it has utility, it can generate value. It can then develop a price, and it can then be measured against the cost of other goods and services, and used as a medium of exchange. Here we go up to proof of work by network. Again, Coolcoin Bcrash will stop overnight. Bcrash Bitcoin hash rate, Bcrash Bitcoin proof of work. Here we go. It is 58,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Coolcoin, because Coolcoin's an absolute piece of shit. And yeah, it is 18.5% more profitable to mine on Coolcoin, probably because Number's gone up recently, but again, number as in like the price does not reflect the value. And these shitcoiners like literally do not have a clue. You know, they can't. They don't even know the difference between price and value. It's ridiculous. So we've got daily average Bitcoin block size by network. Yes, Bitcoin winning. Oh, transactions by network. Oh, cool coin just in front. Transactions per block. Cool coin just winning. Fees USD. Bitcoin smashing it. Fees Satoshis. Bitcoin smashing it. Block reward ratio, again, that'll come with time because it follows price, which follows value, which follows utility. Blockchain growth, again, just laughing at Bcrash here, absolutely hilarious. Global hash rate, 7 days, just like we saw yesterday, really. F2 pool up there, though, the Mac daddies of the lot. Followed by Pool and Binance and BTC.com, but BTC.com and Antpool are within the same enterprise. I think they're both Bitmain, so. I mean, that would be what, like 21? So, I mean, yeah, that's a huge amount of hash rate they've got there. But again, they're shitcoiners. And Tal, just with a 0.09% of the global hash rate. Wow, 24 hours. Binance turning up the heat. Binance in front of F2 Pool over the last 24 hours. Interesting. I wonder why that could be. So this is Core Coin. Core Coin's looking the same as, look at this, Huobi. Oh wow, Huobi was up there, like turning up the hash rate. Wow. BTC.com being pushed down into 6th. All right, interesting. And this is Core Coin. So we've got F2 Pool being beaten by Binance. Binance really fancying it for some reason or other. You know, I mean, they're probably doing extremely well as an exchange, Binance Pool, but will they be on Bitcoin? I doubt they will. They're just like mining this piece of shit, which is hilarious because they are shitcoiners themselves. All right, here we got Bcrash. Again, Hathor, 27.7%, chomping away on the chain, making it less profitable for these shitcoin enterprises to mine on it, but even though they don't have a clue anyway, which I find hilarious. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Huobi with 39.5% of the hash rate on Bitcoin. What? See, I have my suspicions about Huobi. You know, because again, you know, they don't believe that Satoshi Nakamoto is Craig Wright. So, don't really know. I don't quite understand what they're doing on there. I mean, it's kind of obvious when you look into what Bitcoin really is. Who created it? It's really not hard. Like I said, they're the only one in the room that's not talking bollocks about Bitcoin. But right, anyway, okay. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin Blocks Live. Let's have a look at these graphs, see what's going on. Again, the gossip was the transactions on the scaling test network. Literally just very early this morning, absolutely amazing. But here we go, we've got 22 megabyte block. Was there another one that we saw earlier? 29. That was 3 days ago. Yeah, all right. So just today we've got the biggest block, 22.44 megabytes, mined by Tal, and total fees in the transaction count. So this is what we need to pay attention to because we're going to have a look at the scaling test network in a minute. So in that 22 megabyte block, there was 25,568 transactions, and total fees in the block were $7.61. So as we know that we are hoping here on Bitcoin that the fees in the block will actually surpass the block reward Q1 2021. Let's just remind ourselves quickly. Yeah, this is what we want. So I mean, look at this. So if the fees, the processing fees, are larger than the block reward, literally miners are going to be all over this purely because of the volume of transactions. And they're like, oh wow, so the fees are actually bigger than the block reward now. You know, this is absolutely massive. And again, when the fees are bigger than the block reward, I mean, everything is literally going to come at once. I cannot describe like I mean, if you've ever seen like Indiana Jones, was it Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, where he the opening scenes where he's being chased by that huge rolling boulder through the cave. I mean, this is the kind of thing that is coming, but it's going to be like 10 times the size of that. It's absolutely massive. It is literally all going to come at once. You know, all we're doing at the moment is like seeing the dominoes being knocked down and, you know, the sort of the bricks being put in place. Like seeing what's being built is just absolutely phenomenal. So again, for any newbies who are watching this for the first time, these vertical rectangles at the top are the transactions being recognized by the nodes on the network. Below them are the organizations who are generating the transactions. Then we've got the transaction ID, the input, the output, the type, and the op return. The transactions are then thrown into the meme pool, which is where they are competed for by the miners, straight payment processors, in order to put the transactions in a block and then put the block on the blockchain and win the coin base, which is currently 6.25 Bitcoin. But as we can see, transactions are hoping, well, you know, the fees themselves in the block are hoping to surpass the block reward very soon. So it's going to be massive. We'll just have a quick look at BitInfo charts quickly. Again, lots of different metrics you can see on this website, which are sort of like quite interesting, or they'll be quite interesting to look at very soon. You know, various metrics, blah, blah, blah. But then if we just look at, you've got all these shit coins here. So we can, yeah, taking Doge. Oh, I think they might be there. We go to average transactions or transactions last 24 hours. We'll go to log. We'll go for 3 years. And there we go. And for any intelligent people who are wondering what this kind of like turquoise blue line is, oh, hold on a minute, that seems to be going up a lot faster and a lot quicker than all these other shitcoins. What's that? That is Bitcoin when it got its ticker symbol, or when it when the protocol was eventually returned to the genuine Bitcoin, and it got its it changed its ticker symbol to BSV. But I mean, look at that. I mean, absolutely staggering. Talking about staggering, let's get on with the gossip. This is what I really want to touch on today. I mean, this is huge. I think I posted it on my Twitter profile. So have a quick look. First thing I did was put it on Twitch. get some money for it. Here we go. Oh no, did I not put it on there? What? Okay, maybe did I replies and tweets? Surely it's got to be in here somewhere. Maybe I didn't put it on there. Oh, okay. Let's just go into messages then, because it was somebody else who actually sent the message. We'll just go through these in a second. Here we go. So seriously, yeah, here we go. This is the one. So SV Chaining had said here, look, world record 16.4 million transactions. Well, that's like in one block on the SV scaling test network. So I've just been listening back to my breaking news article I did, and look at that. I actually said $32. I'm getting carried away myself. That's actually 32.3 BSV. The total fees in that block. So imagine you've got currently the block reward is 6.25 Bitcoin. This one block, the fees totaled 32 BSV. So can you imagine now, like mining a block where the actual fees in the block are bigger than the block? How much of an incentive is that for all these miners to jump on the chain? It's going to be massive. And then when you've got all these volume of transactions on chain, and then suddenly you see all the, basically the corporations seeing the value proposition that it offers, where they now have a network that they can literally upload data instantly to, and then that data is secured forever and owned by the person who uploaded it. You know, that can't be deleted, cracked, hacked, altered, changed as a universal source of truth. It is absolutely huge. I cannot stress like how big the how the size of the potential that this has got. It's absolutely massive. So this is bytes. So that would be like or 2 kilobytes. So that's like and so the sword. Whoa. Would that would that be 192? What size is that block? Well, you know, so let me think. So the scaling test network, the biggest block on the mainnet is 369 megabytes. I wonder what size block that is. I don't want to say the wrong figure just in case it sounds stupid. Yeah. So that would be like 2.1 kilobytes. So that's 192 kilobytes. So 8 megabytes, I'm guessing. So 148 megabytes. So is this a gigabyte that comes after megabytes? Is that right? Is this 3 gigabytes? Is this 3.1 gigabytes I'm looking at here? You know, it's huge. It might be. Somebody wants to correct me on that. Is that 3.1 gigabyte block? It's huge. Again, don't quote me on that. Oh, I can do one. Let's go back then. Come on, let's go back. Is my computer running slow here or something? Come on, let's do this. There we are. That's what we want. So, is this Vinny Lingham? This is Vinny Lingham getting in there 24 minutes ago. What's this? Vinny Lingham, does Bitcoin scale? Not without a divisive hard fork. Blah, 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 blah. What a load of bollocks. But that could be years away or maybe never happen if the digital gold narrative holds. BSV is probably too late to party. Too late to the party, yeah, whatever, on many levels, as it is trying to compete with everyone else for everything else. Not feasible, in my honest opinion. Oh, Vinny, you have no idea. You have no idea. Right, anyway, 46 minutes. That's been a pretty good show, peeps. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. So, as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Same time tomorrow. Catch you later. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
One vision.